Welcome back, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
I'm Oshs. I'm Oshs. I feel like it's been so long.
I'm Akela.
I'm Oshs.
And we are
Akela.
What is wrong with us? Yeah. So today we are bringing you another Am I the Asshole video with new scenarios.
So if you guys are not familiar with what Am I the Asshole is, it's basically people writing in on Reddit and asking us, the general public, if they are in the wrong or not. So they basically like explain their effed up situations and they leave it up to us to decide if they're the asshole or not.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing.
We give them that unbiased opinion and then we bring it to you so you guys can also give them that unbiased opinion, because sometimes you can't reach out to the people around you. Am I the asshole for pretending not to recognize my parents when they tried to reconnect? I was raised mostly by my uncle and aunt. My older sister developed a serious illness when I was 6, and my parents decided that they couldn't care for both of us, I guess. So they kind of unceremoniously dumped me at my grandparents.
Damn.
And my uncle took me in, like didn't even explain to me what was going on. Just, you're going to go visit Gran for a while. That's what they told her. And then they never picked me back up. My grandparents and uncle explained it later, and they were pretty livid at my parents. I've seen my parents maybe 5 times since then. Not at all for the last 9 years. I decided to stop having contact with them when I was 12. And since I was the only one reaching out, all communication broke down.
Wow.
Yeah. It turned out okay. I love my aunt and uncle, and it turns out they can't have kids. So they always said I'm their miracle kid. I was just misrouted by the stork at first. I was formally adopted by them when I turned 18. I wish it had been earlier, but there were some red tape things that would have made that really expensive and difficult. I'm 21 now. My sister passed away between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I made a trip back from school for the funeral. But I stayed in the back and left before my bio parents could talk to me. They called my uncle and tried to talk to me, but I said I didn't want to. He told them that I wasn't available at the moment. They finally caught up to me over Christmas when I went to midnight mass with my gran and approached me and tried to give me a hug. I did recognize them, but I pretended not to and just backed off and said, "Sorry, do I know you?" Yeah. They said, "Where are your parents?" I said, "My parents are at home," and went and sat down with my gran. They sat beside us and I could just feel the stare. And on the way out, they were like, you really don't recognize us?" And I said, "Oh, are you my dad's brother? I think I remember you from when I was little." My gran thinks that they deserve it, like them trying to come back to my life like nothing happened. They wrote me a long letter about how hurt they are and how I should understand that they were trying to do the right thing and how they will always still be my parents and I can't change that. Other family members think I was too harsh as they're grieving, but I don't think they should get a pass just because they remembered me now that my sister is gone. So am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole.
This is so sad.
It's very sad, and like I want to say, like, why would you have a child that you can't take care of? I don't know, like as a parent, how can you just give up your child? Like, you know, even in those like dire situations, like you have to figure it out somehow, you know, and
100%.
then just cut off all communication with
that's
her. Like,
the one that gets me. It's like the fact that you're not consistently communicating. Like maybe if it was like, we can't afford, I don't know, it's still
for you to
me,
live with us.
Yeah, like but
like,
I'm calling you
have a
every day.
relationship
I'm with you every day. The fact that she was the one communicating with them, and at 12 years old, like how young is that? Like at 12, like a baby, she decided I'm cutting off communication with my family, with my 2 biological parents. That's a huge deal. Cutting off any family member that's like your immediate family is like a humongous decision. People struggle with that in their 20s and 30s and stuff, but like at 12, and I just don't understand how you can just neglect one kid even if the other one is severely sick.
And like the fact, like after the sister passes away, now they're trying to like start a relationship with her. That side eye, like no, you can't just come and
then like
and then like trying to paint her as the bad guy. Like what do you even? And the family members calling her like, you know, out of her name and stuff. It's just like, no, you don't get to do that.
Like now that my
get
sister
it, that's
is
your parents.
Dead,
like, you know, in their eyes are like, respect your parents.
No,
but not every parent deserves respect.
No.
Can you understand that for a while?
And imagine the trauma too of like also not being able to see your sister, like because your sister's also sick, you also have a relationship with your sister, and now all of a sudden the next thing you know, she dies like when you're 21.
Overall, a very sad situation.
Yeah, they just like, they really lost 2 kids. They lost one of their kids a long time ago, and then now one actually died.
You're not the asshole for how you reacted. Like you literally could have just not even said anything. I would have been like,
you didn't even have to go to the funeral if you didn't want to. Yeah, like anything you did would have been understandable for that situation, because literally what is wrong with you as parents? Like how can you do that? Even as the grandparents and as like the siblings to those parents,
Yeah.
I would cut them off too.
Insane.
You guys are horrible.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Insane. Not the asshole.
No, not the
Do
asshole.
what you need to do to like get over the situation. Like maybe in the future you can forgive just for your own mental, peace. But I think like it's still a very touchy subject, and if you don't want to talk to them or don't want to acknowledge them
Really
as your
sad.
parents, they had the audacity to say we're your parents. Like,
No, you're not. No, you're not. You guys are monsters.
am I the asshole for refusing to eat vegetarian food just because my pregnant wife doesn't like the smell of meat now?
Oh no.
Yes. Already,
Like-
yes, you are. My M25 wife, F25, is 6 weeks pregnant. She has terrible morning sickness and everything seems to get her sick. The doctor said it was normal and that we should get rid / try to avoid the smells that make her sick. Basically, every strong smell gets her sick. For example, she has had to give up scented candles, which she loves to light up when she's working, / having a bath because the smell makes her nauseous. Another thing that makes her sick is the smell of meat. Cooking / cook. You know how it is when you're cooking some type of meat. The whole apartment, which is rather small, is filled with a strong smell. I cook for us always. Recently, she asked me not to cook meat anymore until the sickness is done or until the pregnancy is over, in case it never ends. She told me that each time I cook meat, she has to run to the bathroom to throw up. She said that we could eat vegetarian food / vegan food for now. I'm not completely against the idea, but every day, that's too much to ask.
Is it?
I feel like she's been unreasonable with this request. I told her that we could eat veggies, but that I can't compromise to just eat veggies for every meal for months. She told me that this way, it means that she'll have to be sick every other day because I just want to be selfish. I don't feel like I'm being selfish. I feel like she is. I have to stop eating what I want just for her.
Just for you and that little baby, that stupid baby.
It's unreasonable. Am I the asshole?
Yes! Yes! This is your baby.
What are
I'm
you-
convinced that yo, it's actually so sad to hear that from your partner. Like, are you kidding me? And
This
like,
is insane.
this is insane. Like, if
The
you
fact that she has to run to the bathroom to throw up, you're like okay with it, just cooking your meat, like oh,
you watching
like,
her vomit.
What?
And then
That's
also like
insane.
imagine how much like I'm sure like I know vomiting is a normal part of pregnancy, but
only in the beginning though.
yeah, only in the
Like,
beginning.
only
And
in
if
the
she's
first trimester.
overdoing it, it's probably not good for her or like the
baby
pregnancy.
too.
Like it could be
She's
bad.
not nourishing the baby. That's
Exactly.
that's a good point. First of all, what's wrong with eating vegan, vegetarian? Just do that if that's what'll help. But also,
Yeah.
that's in the house. You can eat meat outside.
That's what I was literally gonna say.
Go
You
buy
can-
food from outside.
Yeah.
Like, there's ways to make it work without compromising your wife's health.
Literally.
And like mental stress during her pregnancy to your unborn child. Like what
This
is
is
wrong
so
with men?
It's like, can you not be inconvenienced? You're already not pregnant. Like you're already not doing the hardest part.
Literally,
Like
you
you have it
easiest.
easier as it is, and she's asking you, can you
Please.
just not cook the thing that makes me literally nauseous and like want to vomit?
Yeah.
And you said, nah, you know what?
You're being selfish.
It would just make me so sad because it's like, damn, I'm about to have this
carrying
kid.
the wrong man's child right
For real.
now.
Men, I need men to comment on this because like I already feel like women are gonna be like, obviously you're the asshole, but like how is this even a question? Like, are you the asshole? 1000%. You are so selfish. This is gonna be your life for like the rest of your life. Like you are gonna have to make sacrifices. You're gonna have to do things that are uncomfortable for you. This is like the second, like once that pregnancy starts or like once you guys decide to keep that baby, you need to, now's a good time to start changing how you're thinking because
Yeah,
eating
just-
meat is the least of, the fact that you're not even thinking like a little outside the box, like, you know what, fine, we're not gonna cook it here, but I'm gonna have like a steak outside, or if I really need to eat some meat, I'm gonna go get it somewhere else
Yeah.
and eat it in the car, eat it at a restaurant by myself.
Yeah.
Why can you not, where's the brain thinking, where's the thinking?
On a side note, do you notice that like men really need meat in their meals to feel like it's a full meal? Did you see that TikTok?
I can be like that too. Like,
but not every meal.
No,
Like,
not
you know,
every
like-
meal. Not every meal, but I understand it.
Yeah.
But
for
like
sure.
you need to.
But I feel like women, we can get away with just like eating
Yeah.
a salad and being okay with it. Did you see that TikTok of like, she's like, you know why I'm so happy I don't live with a man anymore?
Yes, no,
Because
I
here
saw
I am
that.
eating like a chickpea, whatever. I don't remember what
It was
eating,
so
but
random.
It was like something vegetarian.
No, she had
like
a
side of
bagel.
toast,
She had a bagel, and then she had just like green beans.
Yeah.
Like it was just bagel and green beans, like the
Yeah.
most random pairing. And I literally think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like when I cook my food at home,
you have to really
so
consider
random.
like, will this feed them too? Because
And are they gonna like it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I eat the most random pairings. It's gonna fill me up, and I'm feeling a little bok choy and maybe a little
like,
random
you know?
thing. Yeah, like I'm not feeling all of that right now. That's gonna do the job. But they don't think like that. Like it has to be a proper meal.
Proper meal, and that includes like
meat,
protein.
aside.
They need that protein.
Yeah,
like,
that's really sad.
I hope Reddit is like lighting your ass up for this.
Yeah.
What type of man are you? There's gonna be a lot of things when you're a dad that you can't do
like
in the house. Like
this is the beginning.
Like,
am I the asshole for asking my daughter not to have sex while staying at our house?
ew. Oh my god. How is this a thing?
Okay, my wife and I, late 50s, have 4 grown kids. One of our middle kids, 26 female, and her husband, 20-something male, are in the process of buying their second house. They don't get possession of the new place until January 1st, and they had to leave their place by November 1st. They plan on getting an Airbnb, but my wife and I went to get something from the garage, and I could hear them very obviously having sex. I felt it was a bit disrespectful to be having sex when they were staying with their parents. I thought I'd raised her better than that. I told my wife, and she laughed. She said,
really would be mean.
Yeah. She said, I quote, good for them.
And
yeah.
how old are they again?
She's like 26, and then they said 20 something for them, for the man. So the next night at dinner, I brought up how disrespectful we find it for them to be having sex in our house.
Not at dinner.
Yeah, not at dinner. My daughter and her husband excused themselves from that meal. I expected an apology, but instead they moved out the next day.
Oh.
My wife says they're a married couple and aren't even in our house, and that I was an asshole. In my mind, they're staying in an apartment on our property. They could at least abstain until they don't live with us. So am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are. Because like, it's not in the house technically, right? It's
yeah, and if he hadn't gone to the garage, he wouldn't have
even heard it. Yeah.
You know,
so
but
like,
you went in the garage at nighttime. They're a married couple.
and also bring it up during dinner, like very assholey, man. Like you could have
in front of everyone. He should have pulled his daughter aside alone, not in front of him, and just been like, I heard it.
Yeah.
If you had to.
Or maybe like, send her a text when you're about to go to the garage. Be like, hey, I'm about to go to the garage.
Yeah.
You know, like communicate.
Yeah,
like,
that would have been good too. Like
for the time being, she's gonna be living there,
only
so
for a
like
bit.
you have to like communicate, you know. And, like, you can't
expect them to not have
like
sex.
no one's there. Yeah.
Like hello, like they're freaking a married couple on their second property. These people are grown as hell. 2 months of them not having sex because they're in your house is a little unreasonable, I think. And then also, I love their response of just leaving. They're like, what it is we're not gonna not have sex. You can't tell us what to do.
It's just like a boundary thing. Like, what do you mean, like, don't have sex?
Yeah, don't tell me to
abstain.
abstain. No,
like, grown person don't have sex.
You literally can't say that. You can say, can you keep it down?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, don't be loud. You cannot say, I expect you to abstain in my house. This is not a one night. This is 2-month situation that we're staying here.
Yeah,
you're definitely the asshole. Yeah, me too. Like, good for them. Good for them to be doing that. They're young. They should be doing that. I would be sad if I found out my kid was like in a sexless marriage.
Yeah.
I would be. I'd be like, that's really sad at your young age.
At your young age. Like, imagine down the line, sister. Am I the asshole for ordering food when my children are asleep so I don't have to share?
Oh my god, the way this is gonna be me as a mom.
Literally.
Like, I'm gonna eat it in the car before I come inside. Like, it's not gonna be, girl.
Yeah. Kids too, plural. 4 children, okay?
Come on, that's too many mouths.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted a little snack.
Occasionally, when my 4 children go to bed.
4!
Yeah, 4. I'll order myself a little something from Uber Eats or DoorDash after a hard day, so I don't have to share with the kiddo. Usually, since I'm always the first one to wake up, I'll put the packing beside the indoor trash can and take it out to the outdoor trash can in the morning. My children ended up waking up first that morning and seeing the takeout food packaging and ended up waking me up asking me what I ate and if they could have some.
Imagine the betrayal they felt in that moment.
I know.
When kids see McDonald's or something that they can't
any
have.
outside food, right?
Oh my
love
god!
Outside food when we were kids. I told them there was none left, and I ate it all. And I I told them there was none left, and I ate it all last night. Thought that would be the end of it, but after I dropped them off at their dad's for the week, my children stay at their dad's house 1 week out of the month. My children's father ended up spamming my phone with text messages. Accusing me of misappropriating my children's funds he sends me every month.
Oh,
my children's father gives me $100 for each child a month, which is $400 a month.
Boy.
Which when it comes to it, it isn't much.
No, it's not. What
Like,
the hell
what?
is $400?
That's like just your hydro bill. Like, what the hell?
Like,
But I'm fine with it because he usually makes up with it by buying the children what they need when an issue arises. FYI, nothing is court ordered. I have a job as a daycare worker and use my own money I make myself to buy Uber Eats. He also accused me of being a bad mother.
whoa.
Because I rather order food for just myself without thinking of my children who weren't with me at the time, and that I should have just waited until they were with him for the night. I had a really bad day that day and just wanted to do something to cheer myself up. And sometimes food does the trick for me.
I hear you, sister.
Yeah.
I hear you.
If I were to order something for everyone, it would have cost a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
That I wasn't interested in spending. So do y'all think I'm the asshole?
No. First of all, he is so bright with your little $100 per child that you're giving me. You want me to buy, that would have been $100 or more.
Yeah.
To feed 5 people.
Literally.
So no.
And she has a job. I'm sure she can afford one meal. Like, you know, like
please, you're not
yeah,
funding my
crazy.
life. Like to be like you're misappropriating my funds. Like literally be so serious. Well, I feel like parents do this and it's so innocent.
Yeah.
Like,
And when they're asleep too, like,
and it's like they're fed. It's not like
we're
they're not
gonna wake
fed.
them up to like eat. No. And
No.
also like sometimes as a mother you have to be selfish too. Like not everyday kids. Like shaming a mom for like doing something for herself. Like no.
Be so
That's-
like no.
That's not cool.
That's not nice.
The
Bad
thing
mom.
is, you only get the kids one week out of the whole month. So imagine
Yo,
every day with the kids.
that's so
How much
true.
food do you eat on your own and like indulge in, or like just basic life like
3 weeks out of the
thrills
month,
that you get
every
to
meal.
do because you don't have the not the burden but the responsibility of watching kids every day. So and you have the audacity to
It's
call her
crazy.
a bad mom.
Every meal that he has 3 weeks out of a month is his.
Yeah.
He doesn't think about sharing it with
Yeah,
anyone
and
else.
imagine how much money he saved.
The fact that you're even only giving her $400 and then have any kind of gall to say anything about anything, please be quiet. Please be serious. Like, no. But she could really take his ass to court. She has 4 children.
Yeah, like don't tempt her.
You'll be paying
washed
$2,000.
out.
You'll be, or way more depending
Who
on how
knows,
much he
depending,
makes.
yeah. But
Or they'll put you to jail. You know what I mean? Like you
If
can
you
go
don't
into
pay it,
jail. I
yeah.
think that's how it is in America.
if you don't pay it.
Yeah. You cannot call people a bad mom. Like that's like a very
I've seen a bad mom though.
you know what I mean? Like I've seen bad moms. You can't just put that word out and like call people that. It's a very it's such a bad insult. You can't just say things. Like you know what I mean? Like don't just say shit. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter to go back to bed?
Okay.
Tonight around midnight, my daughter, 10, came to me in my wife's room and woke me up. She was crying as she needed a shower because she puked all over herself and her bed.
That's why I can't have kids. What do you mean you puked on yourself? Ew.
I told her to go back to bed and we would deal with it in the morning. She protested and cried a bit more. I asked her if she had eaten too much candy and she said no.
Wait, sorry. Did he do it?
No, he told her to go back to bed and we'll deal with it in the morning. I was worried if I was wanting to
wait. I'm just like, wait. No, because in my head he did it.
No.
Like, you're gonna do it.
No.
Wait.
He said go back to bed, we'll deal with it in the morning.
That's crazy.
She said, I once again told her to go back to bed and she left the room. My wife got up out of bed at that point and I heard her in the hallway talking with her. I then heard the shower start. I could hear my wife gagging. She has a weak stomach around puke. And after a while, I could tell she wasn't coming back to bed. I got up and saw that she was cleaning up the bed and stripping the sheets. My daughter was still in the shower. My wife was short with me when I asked her what she was doing. No, can you imagine? Hey, what are you doing? My daughter got out of the shower. My wife offered to lie down in the basement with her so she could be close to the bathroom.
You don't even need to finish. You are
Hold on.
asshole.
My wife told me she was disappointed in my disgusting lack of empathy. Now I'm lying awake in bed alone. Some points to consider, I think, is that this isn't the first time my daughter has vomited in her bed at night.
You're the first time I told her to go back to bed in your puke.
She doesn't seem to take feeling ill seriously.
What?
And get herself to a toilet in time when she is old enough to do that. Last time she vomited was right after Halloween when she devoured all of her candy and ended up throwing it up.
That's crazy.
All because of how sick she made herself. Like, this is her fault. I believe having to go back to bed may have helped her learn her lesson. Am I the asshole for telling her to go back to bed?
Yeah, you are literally the worst dad. What the hell?
You're literally disgusting. Like, you are...
No, that's so gross.
That's so
and I'm trying to be
gross.
like, you
No.
can't even side with him,
No.
but a lot of fathers or like men in relationships or like, you know, that have families will act incompetent.
On purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Just
because
so they
know.
don't have to do what they know that they need to do because they know that the wife will always do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's so like childish. It's so disgusting because you knew would you want to go back to sleep with vomit on your shirt? Like
that
so
is so cruel. It's not even like, it's more than you just being like teaching her a lesson. It's like, that's not, she's a kid, she vomited, okay, and
yeah, she's a kid,
like, you know what I mean, like she's not doing it on purpose to upset you.
Yeah,
the fact that you would tell her to go back in a dirty vomit bed, you should be worried about if she's feeling okay. I would be so turned off by him, like, as the mom, like, ew, like that's just. And the fact too that like the mom already has kind of like a weak stomach with vomit, and she's like doing it and gagging in front of the daughter, probably makes the daughter feel bad.
Yeah, just lazy, like literally lazy
enough to be that cruel to your own kid though. That's like borderline evil. You are more than the asshole. That I would even say is like grounds for divorce. Like that would like turn me off so much.
Depends if it's like a pattern, right?
Yeah, like if it was like a consistent thing of like
lack
him,
of empathy,
lack of empathy, being incompetent on purpose.
Yeah,
what weaponized incompetence, like that's literally what it's called. Like they're using it to get out of work and then making you do it, because at the end of the day
it's gonna get done.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like a reason for a lot of divorces.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
just like idiot men.
It's really scary.
Not all men, just
not all men, but
yeah.
it's really scary to like have a kid with someone and then you find out these things about them.
Yeah,
yo, like the way I'm like so like, I understand like single motherhood is not easy, I totally understand that, but like it is so much better to be a single mom than to be with a partner who's like a bad dad and unhelpful, because like now you're stressed, you're upset, and like you're putting that energy out to your kid.
Exactly.
It's not fair.
And it's like more of a burden now. It's not only single motherhood, but you're also raising someone's son too,
you know,
and bringing him along on this journey.
Like I would rather you just not be here at all, so I don't ever have to even think about depending on you.
Support,
yeah, just give me the money and I'll do it myself. Yeah. Okay, we have a reader write-in, and this one looks interesting. Okay. Hey guys, firstly, I'd like to say that I've been loving the consistency, and I'm so happy you both have decided to introduce the segment to your channel. Hearts.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyway, here goes nothing. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend not to go on a dinner date with his female friend? My boyfriend, 21 male, and I, 21 female, have been dating for almost 2 years now. A few months ago, I've been sleeping over at his place and randomly decided to go through his phone.
It happens.
It does happen. There's no sign of him cheating, but I did notice he has a girl's name saved as H that he'd been talking to.
Side-eye.
Yeah, what do you mean just H? That's so odd. After going through their conversation, I realized that there isn't anything to worry about, as it seemed like a friendly conversation between two friends. But then when I decided to go through his camera roll, there were pictures of the same girl in his camera roll. I've been scrolling very deep into his camera roll. As you should. And my boyfriend is someone who doesn't like to delete things in his phone. How did I know it was H, you ask? Because a few weeks prior, he'd been texting her in front of me, and I asked him who it was and why her name had been saved as a letter. He explained that it was just a friend and that she herself saved the name in his phone along with a rose emoji. I also did some digging to find a pic of her. Didn't have a problem with that until I looked through his phone once more a few weeks after I initially went through it and saw that he planned to meet up with her for a dinner date. I was surprised, as he normally tells me when he was going out with any of his friends. Yeah. I got up and left his place without any explanation, and when he had realized I left, he texted me why I left. I texted back and said you're making plans to go out with a female that I haven't yet been introduced to, and it was disrespectful towards me. I then told him that if I somehow saw them out on this date, I would automatically assume that he's seeing someone and that he's cheating, and that the relationship would automatically be over. He became defensive and explained that there's nothing romantic about him seeing her and that it was just a friendly meetup like he would do with a male friend. That's stupid. That's literally stupid. I then told him that he doesn't normally see this girl, so it's different, and B, he didn't tell me he'd be going out to see her. He then asked me if I would be comfortable if I came along with them on this date, and I said I would rather not. Please let me know if I'm wrong or if I'm the asshole in this situation.
Oh my god.
No, you're not the asshole. This is so shady.
You're not the asshole.
This is so shady. First of all, number one, when he did the H, weird. And then he's
H
like
emoji shit. No, the fact that she put it in his phone.
No, the fact that she took that is so flirty. Let me put my name in your phone.
Yeah, no.
He
knows what he's doing, and he knows that you wouldn't want to come out with the both of them. Like, what are we third wheeling? Like, am I third wheeling with you guys?
Date? Like
no
you
knew that would be a straight no.
And the fact that he normally would tell you about his plans of going out, like that's so true. Like I think about my relationship, like if I have any plan, I tell my partner, and then you know what I mean? Like that is so secretive for you to now casually not mention this dinner It's the dinner too. If it was really casual, maybe it would be like lunch or like, you know what I mean? But like,
nah, I
something
think he's
about
trying to
dinner.
like weigh out options over here. Like, you know, I know it's been 2 years and like you guys definitely like, you know, you like him a lot and stuff, but it's only been 2 years still. Like, imagine like the rest of your life with this very secretive man. The fact that he got defensive and everything, like just like texting another girl and like planning to go out on a dinner, it's just like, no, like you know these are bright red flags.
It's like so bright.
They're literally
flashing.
Like this. Like,
he's literally cheating on you in front of your face.
Yeah, he's trying to play it cool, but like he got caught.
No, he literally got caught, and that's cheating. Girl, you're 21. Break up with that man.
Yeah, break up with him.
Literally leave him alone.
Please.
Hit him with
He's a
your
young
car.
man. That's what it is. He's just a young man.
He's a young man. No, like all this cheating stuff, I feel like it's
so
whatever.
Juvenile.
Yeah, like, you know,
you're gonna be a baby. Please let him grow up a bit. 21.
You're not the asshole. You should break up then. You should break up, man.
Honestly,
not too much. Like, do what you gotta do, but like, you know, like, you're literally very young. You have so much life ahead of you. Do not stress over this man who's literally cheating on you. Not the asshole. Thank you for writing in.
We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be back with more.
Yes.
So click that subscribe. Email us, oshandakela@gmail.com, and you can write in, anonymous or not, let us know. And yeah, follow us on TikTok, cue the commentary, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.